Thomas Gradgrind, leading citizen of Coketown, has brought up his children, Louisa and Tom, to live in the world of facts and figures, of duty and work. It's a philosophy he shares with his friend, Josiah Bounderby, another hard facts man who owns the mills of Coketown and whose machines rule the lives of all who live there. Once a circus came to town, bringing the world of fantasy and imagination to their cold lives. And Gradgrind took into his house one of the circus children, Sissy, abandoned by her father, a circus clown. But that was 5 years ago. The circus has left the town, and Louisa has become a young woman in her father's image.
Louisa?
You wished to see me, Father?
Louisa. My dear Louisa. Oh. I do wish to speak to you, and I am sure you will listen with attention to what I have to say. You have been so well trained, and you do, I'm happy to say, so much justice to the education you've received that I have perfect confidence in your good sense. You're not impulsive. You're not romantic. You're accustomed to view everything from the strong, dispassionate ground of reason and calculation. From that ground alone, I know you will view and consider what I'm going to communicate.
Yes, Father.
Louisa, my dear, you are the subject of a proposal of marriage. A proposal of marriage, my dear.
I'm listening, Father. I heard when you said it first.
Well, you are even more dispassionate than I expected. Or perhaps you're not altogether unprepared for what I'm going to say.
I can't say that until I hear it. Can I, Father? I wish to hear you state it to me, Father.
Yes, well, that's reasonable, my dear. Very reasonable. Well, in short, I have undertaken to inform you that Mr. Bounderby has watched your progress with great interest and pleasure. And now he offers his hand to you in marriage. That time to which he's so long and with great constancy looked forward is now come. And he has asked me to express his hope that you will consider his offer favorably.
Father, do you think I love Mr. Bounderby?
Well, I really cannot take it upon myself to say.
Do you ask me to love Mr. Bounderby?
It's really very difficult for me to answer that
yes
question.
Yes or no?
Well, the reply depends so much on how we use the expression. Mr. Bounderby does not do you or himself the injustice of pretending anything fanciful, sentimental. Perhaps the expression love is a little misplaced.
What would you advise me to use instead?
I would advise you to consider this question as you've been accustomed to deal with every other, simply as one of tangible fact. Mr. Bounderby is, to use round figures, 50. You are, again in round figures, 20. Very well, there is a disparity in years. But in your means and positions, there is none at all. Quite the contrary. There's a great suitability. Now to deal with that one disparity. Now, I find from the statistics that a large proportion of marriages in England and Wales are between parties of unequal age. And in 3/4 of these instances, it is the bridegroom who is the elder. It appears to me that the obstacle of unequal age all but disappears. So, the fact you have to consider is simply, Mr. Bounderby asks me to marry him. The sole remaining question is, shall I marry him?
Shall I marry him?
Precisely. I have now stated the case, as such cases are usually stated among practical minds. The rest, my dear Louisa, is for you to decide. Are you consulting the chimneys of the Coketown works, Louisa?
There seems to be nothing there but languid and monotonous smoke. But when the night comes, fire bursts out.
I do not see the application of the remark.
Father, I've often thought that life is very short.
It is, no doubt, my dear. But the calculations of the various life assurance and annuity offices have established the fact that the average duration of human life has increased of recent years.
I'm speaking of my own life.
Well, yours is governed by the same law.
While it lasts, I would wish to do the little I'm fit for.
I haven't asked you one particular question because I thought it unnecessary, but perhaps I ought to ask it. You've never entertained, in secret, the possibility of a proposal from any other man, have you?
How would that happen? Whom have I met? What do I know?
It was merely my duty to ask.
What would I know about tastes and fancies and aspirations and affections? Where would I have met them in someone else? You've kept me safe from them.
I've done what's best for you.
Distraction have I had from problems that could be demonstrated and realities that could be grasped. You've kept me safe. I'm your child. I've never had a child's belief or a child's fear.
My dear Louisa, you abundantly repay my care.
So what does it matter?
Matter? What, my dear?
Nothing. Father, give Mr. Bounderby my answer, word for word, as I say it now. Since Mr. Bounderby likes to take me thus, I am satisfied to accept his proposal.
That's a sound decision. And you've made me very happy by it. Have you any wish in reference to the date of your marriage?
None, Father. What does it matter?
My family and friends. You all know me and what I am and what my lowly extraction was. And you won't expect much of a speech from a rough-made, self-made man who, when he sees a post, says, "That's a post." And when he sees a pump, says, "That's a pump." And it's not to be got to call a post a pump, or a pump a post, or either of them a toothpick. If you wanted a speech today, you should have called upon my friend and father-in-law, Tom Gradgrind. Now he's a member of Parliament. He's your man for speeches, not Josiah Bounderby. 2 hours long, some of them. But as I look around this table today and reflect how little I ever thought of marrying someone like Tom Gradgrind's daughter, when I was a ragged street boy who never washed his face once in a fortnight, and then at the street pump. When I reflect that, I think I've a right to be excused speeches. I feel independent. I hope you like that. If you don't, I can't help it. I've long waited for this day. I've watched the bringing up of Tom Gradgrind's daughter, and I believe that she is worthy of me. At the same time, not to deceive you, I believe that I am worthy of her. I thank you all for your goodwill, and the best wish I can give to the unmarried part of the present company is this. I hope that every bachelor present may find as good a wife as I have found, and every spinster as good a husband. That's Josiah Bounderby of Coketown.
Very jolly brother-in-law, uncommonly jolly. What a girl you are, Lou. Such a first-rate sister.
You should leave us alone. We can't get on with it. There's nobody else in this country will. Is there? Is there?
Would you like anything, Mrs. Gradgrind?
Oh, I thought this wedding was one of those subjects I'd never hear the last of. Oh, no, Sissy, please, don't touch my right shoulder. There's something running down it all day long.
Would you like some more port?
Lily is a great worry to me.
I don't understand, Mrs. Gradgrind.
Whatever am I to call Mr. Bounderby now that he's married to Louisa? I must call him something. It's impossible to be constantly addressing him and never giving him a name. I can't call him Josiah. The name is insupportable to me. Mr. Gradgrind won't hear of Joe. Am I to call my own son-in-law Mr.? Oh, I should be worrying myself morning, noon, and night. What am I to call him?
Mrs. Sparsit, ma'am. We come to a parting of the ways in a domestic sense. I've been deeply obliged that a lady of your station should have attended to my house for me. And I repeat again, you'd be welcome to remain, even under our different circumstances.
Dear, no, sir, I could never allow that. Wouldn't be fair to young Miss Gradgrind. Mrs. Bounderby.
In your apartments at my bank, you'll have your coals and your candles and all the rest of it. And your maid to see to you, and a light porter to protect you, and you'll be what I take the liberty of calling precious comfortable. And if you'll take the same terms as before...
I beg your pardon, sir. You were so good as to promise always to substitute the phrase annual compliment.
Yes, well, call it what you will. The figures to remain the same, and then I see nothing to part us in a business sense.
Mr. Bounderby, you're very considerate. I would rather receive the bread of dependence from your hand than any other, since my descent in society dictates that I must. You have my sincere acknowledgments for past favours, and I fondly hope Miss Gradgrind will be all you desire and deserve, and I wish with all my heart that you will, in all respects, be very happy.
Well, ma'am, I'm obliged to you. I hope I shall be.
Do you, sir? But naturally you do. Of course you do.
I haven't forgotten the plum preserve, Ma'am.
Thank you, Bitzer. We're well locked up, are we? Fully secured.
Yes, Ma'am.
Has it been a busy day, Bitzer?
About an average day, Ma'am.
But too busy to allow you time to see about the inkwells and pens after Mr. Bounderby's board meeting of yesterday evening.
Well, it was quite busy, Ma'am. I hope you wouldn't mind me doing it while you're at tea. You usually have some questions to ask, Ma'am. I like to make all my time useful. Twice over when it's possible.
What news have you today? Anything more about this uniting and leaguing among the hands?
There are more meetings planned, I know that much.
I'll have the military in the streets if they pursue their greedy pestering. Mr. Bounderby is fast losing his patience. If he locks them out, it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't understand them. It's their improvidence that keeps them so low. Look at the size of the families they expect to keep.
In the matter of other people's children, Bitzer, are all our clerks continuing to be trustworthy, punctual, industrious?
Mostly, Ma'am. With the usual exception. I regret young Mr. Thomas very much. His ways are not right at all.
Bitzer, did I ask for names?
I'll say an individual, Ma'am. From what I can see, this individual is a dissipated idler. If you'll forgive the term, lady. And he wouldn't be allowed in the bank another minute if it wasn't for a friend and relation at court. He drinks and sports and gambles. And that friend and relation knows it as well as I do. I only hope this friend and relation isn't the one who supplies him with the means of carrying on. Otherwise, Ma'am, you know whose pocket that money must come from. And that would be a pity.
I may say it's a pity, Bitzer. Bitzer? There's a gentleman, well, I would hazard a gentleman, who's looking up at the window, coming across to the door. It's a gentleman who spends a great deal on his dress. Remove this, Bitzer. Hurry down. I shall receive him.
Right away, Ma'am. Captain Harthouse, Ma'am.
Captain Harthouse?
Ah, I do beg your pardon. Pray excuse me. What an exceedingly odd town this morning. Is it always as black as this?
Often much blacker, sir. Will you sit down?
You don't sound like a native.
I beg your pardon.
Of the town.
No. It was once my good fortune, before I became a widow, to move in a very different sphere. My husband was a Powler.
Powler? Ah, Powler family. Ah, Captain Jem Harthouse, ma'am.
Jem?
James, if you prefer. You lived here long?
I'm the servant of circumstances, sir. I've adapted to them.
Very laudable.
May I ask your purpose here, sir?
Assuredly. I have a letter of introduction to Mr. Bounderby. I've left my servant at the railway station looking after the luggage. Great deal of it. I expect to be here some while. I'm in for politics. I asked directions to some working fellow who appeared to be covered in some fluff-like substance, which I assumed to be the raw material of the town. Raw material, no. Very odd. Anyway, the fellow directed me here. Now, I don't suppose Mr. Barnaby actually lives in his bank, does he?
No, sir.
No. Well, here's the letter, ma'am. Perhaps you'll be kind enough to tell me where Mr. Barnaby does live. Do you know if he's at home at present?
He is, sir. I'll send the light porter with it.
1,000 thanks. You've known Mr. Barnaby a long time?
He's been my patron for 7 years.
Ah, quite an eternity. I think he married Gradgrind's daughter, did he not?
He had that honor.
It's my letters from Gradgrind, whom I've had the pleasure of knowing in London. I'm in with his parliamentary party. But I don't need to tell you about changing circumstances, Mrs. Powler, I can tell. Now, because of this damn new parliamentary setup that these other fellows are saddled on the country, one or two of my kind think that we ought to make sure of our representation. In new towns like this, got to have more voices in the Commons, well, then my people think perhaps we ought to see to it that some are more ours. We don't want to hand over altogether to the industrial breed, do we? Now, Gradgrind and the other hard fact men must think that a few of my kind may charm votes from your little 10-pound ratepayers. Now, I must say, it all looks far more bored than I'd hoped it might. And I've tried most other things that are open to that. And Mrs. Bounderby's quite a philosopher, I'm told.
She's read a great deal, so I understand, Captain Harthouse.
Yes. Excuse my curiosity, but is the lady so very alarming? Stunning, clever, and absolutely unapproachable. So her father gives her a hard-headed reputation. But then I'm told she's a good deal younger than Mr. Bounderby. What is she? 30 plus 5?
20 when they married a year ago.
Oh, really, Mum? And her father's comments on her intellect and wisdom prepared me for grim maturity. I'm obliged to you of all things. Pray excuse the intrusion. If your man has any reply for me, I'll be at your hotel. Many thanks. Good day.
Fool. Noodle.
I suppose you've heard a lot of talk about conditions in our mills. Some of these fancy London publications are full of it, so I hear. We've had such a plague of meddling inspectors lately, it's been a wonder we've got any work done at all. Inspectors for our children, inspectors for our machines, inspectors for our lights, inspectors for our smoke. And inspectors out of business altogether if they're not careful. And then who's to support these grumbling hands and their brats? What they want, the lot of them, is to be fed on turtle soup and venison with a gold spoon.
What's the work like for them, for the hands?
It's the pleasantest work there is, and it's the lightest work there is. And it's the best paid work there is. More than that, we couldn't improve the mills themselves unless we laid down Turkey carpets on the floors.
Oh, well, this is all very instructive.
You get the facts straight from me. I don't know any other way. You're a man of family. Don't make the mistake of thinking I am. I'm a bit of dirty riffraff. A genuine scrap of ragtag and bobtail. But you and me can shake hands on equal terms, because in this house, I'm just as proud as you are in yours. And that's me.
Yes, well, I can't properly say that I've got a house of my own just now. I've been staying with my brother since I got back from India. No wife, no acres of my own to look over. Been the devil to know what to do with myself. Yes, I thought of going back to Jamaica again. And then my brother put this notion of Parliament to me. We've lost our country boroughs, we may as well make over the towns. That's the feeling. So, here I am in your town, on Gradgrind's nudge.
If Tom Gradgrind says you need helping, then there's no argument to it. And now, I'd like to introduce you to Gradgrind's daughter. Lou, this is James Harthouse, who's joined your father's muster roll.
Mrs. Bounderby.
Mr. Harthouse.
He'll be your father's colleague for Coketown South before long. Harthouse, you'll notice that my wife is my junior. I don't know what she saw in me, but she must have seen something, otherwise she wouldn't have married me. She's got a gold vault of knowledge, political and every otherwise, so if you want cramming for a political career or anything of that nature, you won't find a better instructor than Lou Bounderby.
Well, I can't imagine a more gravel way of being schooled.
If you're in the complimentary line, you won't find much competition here. I don't understand the art of paying compliments. In fact, I despise them.
Mr. Bounderby is a noble animal in a comparatively natural state, quite free from the harness in which a hack like myself works.
You respect Mr. Bounderby very much. It's right that he should be respected. So you're going to devote yourself to the service of your country. You're going to show the nation the way out of its difficulties.
Mrs. Bounderby, I don't think so. I shall make no pretense to you. I've seen the way of the world here and there, up and down, and I'm curious to see a bit more. I'm going in with your respected father's opinions because my friends have asked me to.
Have you no opinions of your own?
I haven't the slightest predilection left. I attach not the least importance to any opinions. The result of the varieties of boredom that I've undergone, and the varieties of opinion that I've heard, leaves me with the conviction that one set of ideas will do just as much good or just as much harm as any other set.
You will make a singularly good politician.
A heapeth of stewed eels, bought in the street and ate in the street. That was little Josiah Bounderby's dinner. I was 10 years old before I tasted meat. And that was sure to be horse. I expected it to be horse. Washed down with the water they used for laying the dust. What do you think about that, eh, Harthouse? No water from the dust cart in your upbringing, eh?
No such advantage, sir.
When I was your age, young Tom, I was punctual at my lodgings or I got no dinner.
When you were my age, you didn't have a wrong balance to get right, and you didn't have to dress for dinner afterwards.
Dress? Dress?
Harthouse, this is my brother, Tom.
Dress for dinner?
How do you do?
No dinner to dress for in my house when I was your age. House? No house to have dinner in. But rough as we were, dinner in the yard. We didn't have rough words between family in front of guests.
I don't think you need fear that Mr. Harthouse is so easily embarrassed. If he's to represent us adequately in Parliament, he'll need to observe our ways.
All Stephen's here.
Oh, Stephen, you know every man here, except Mr. Slackbridge, who's a delegate for our district. And he's come specially tonight to over your case. We asked for him, because you've made it hard for us. Every man on this committee has grown up with you, worked with you. We've asked you privately, begged you to join the union. You're the one man in your work who's outside. We've held back, because we know your troubles are more than most men's. But we've a duty to our rules. If we show favour to any man and let him go his own way, where's our strength? We have only one strength, and that's to be united. We've asked Mr. Slackbridge to make one last effort with you. This is his trade. Now, he knows your case, Stephen. Listen to him. There's one last chance for you.
Friends and brothers, what I ask you will you say of this working man? Since such I must acknowledge him to be. Acquainted with the grievances and wrongs of you, the bone and marrow of this land, and knowing of your resolve, your noble and majestic unanimity that will make tyrants tremble, what can we think of this man who deserts his post and sells his flag and will not be one of you associated in this fight for freedom? Why will you not come with us? It's your chapel, is it?
Yes.
Do you think there are no Methodists in our union and in others?
They make their own peace. I have to make mine.
Don't you know there are Methodist lay preachers who are some of the most celebrated men in the miners' unions in Durham and Yorkshire?
I've heard mention of it. Doesn't change my mind. Doesn't change what I think is right according to the teaching.
Why is the same teaching on our side for them and against us for you?
It's a matter of being true to something. There's a right and a wrong. Killing's wrong. And burning a man out, that's wrong. And beating a man. And turning all his friends and lifelong neighbours against him, that's wrong. The unions have done all this and are still doing it. It doesn't change things because you say just look at the bad we struggle against. Life's bad, I know that as well as any man here. What I'm told in chapel is to endure it. And to work for betterment through patience, not meet bad with bad. I can't join you. I've made a promise, and I've got to hold to it. There's that much about my life which is not a man's way of living at all. I'm made less than a man at work, like most others I've made friends with. And I'm less than a man in my home, and most of you here know that and why. But I believe this. I think you're wrong. And I've made a promise. I'll not join.
We know of your misfortunes, Stephen, and of your good name.
Men seem to respect you here. Otherwise you wouldn't have been tolerated as long as you have. A number of these men have told me they wish your voice and your honesty were a part of this committee. I'll go further. I'll say you have the merits that would make a leader of many committees.
Slackbridge, a man's made.
It takes a man to lead men, Blackpool, and these men have seen it in you. So have I. Your name could be on men's lips in more towns than this one.
The stand's been made, man. Don't answer it with tricks. Stephen is known here, and his capacities. It's known what might have been, and what can never be now. Stephen, you know what we must do. You understand?
Oh, I know what's in front of me. No working man will speak to me. You'll all turn your backs. I'll be called traitor if I'm spoken to at all. And there are faces here I'd have thought once I could trust my life with. I will ask one thing. It's like when this is put to all men that there'll be someone who'll say I shouldn't be allowed to work, and there'll be a call for a turnout unless I'm put out of factory. I'll remind you that you were once my friends. And I'll ask you to use your voices if that call's made. Your work can't stop it. I've no hope but me work. That's all I've got to live by. And I'll do it solitary.
Good evening, sir. Take a glass home before you go.
Can I get you anything, sir?
Please. Very good of you to guide me. Must be the blackest town in Europe. I'm sure I'd have ended in your canal without you.
Glad to be of service, Mr. Harthouse.
The name's Jem, Tom. Well, you are a piece of caustic, Tom. What a very comical brother-in-law.
Old Bounderby's a ridiculous sort of brother-in-law. Ridiculous old Bounderby.
As old is the word when you see him beside your sister. Well, he's a very fortunate fellow to have such a girl to care for him. Well, what's amusing you?
She never cared for old Bounderby.
Now, that's the past tense, Tom. We're in the present now.
Verb neuter, not to care. Indicative mood, present tense. First person singular, I do not care. Second person singular, thou dost not care. Third person singular, she does not care.
Very quaint. Though you don't mean it.
On my honor. How do you think Lou could care for him? You know our governor. He crowned us both wide with all kinds of dry bones and sawdust. Lou never had a lover. The governor proposed on old Bounderby's behalf. So she took him.
Oh. And she gets on so placidly.
Oh, a girl can get on anywhere. And she's not a common sort of girl. She can shut herself up inside herself. She used to say to me she had nothing to fall back on, like girls are supposed to have. Feelings they can trust. Don't see how she can have got over that. Unless living with old Bounderby's taught her to feel against something.
Waiter!
A very good cigar, Jim. Good night.
Come to your senses, man. You can be protected. I want to hear about this fellow Slackbridge. Is someone in the town stirring up the people to mutiny? We can have him transported.
I'm as sorry as you are, sir, when the men's leaders are bad. They take those that offer.
They're all scoundrels. And these are the men who are shunning him.
No, ma'am, they're not what you call them. Oh, they've not done me a kindness, as I know and feel, but they believe they've done their duty by each other. I've known them all my life. God forbid I shouldn't stand by them with the truth. They're true to one another, even to death. Be poor among them, be sick among them, grieve among them for any of all the many causes that carry grief to a poor man's door. And they'll be tender with you, gentle with you, Christian with you. Be sure of that, ma'am.
If you just favour me with your attention, sir. In short, it's because they're so full of the virtues that they've cut you adrift, is that it?
They're faithful to one another. How it is that what is best in us turns us most to trouble and misfortune, I don't know. I can't think the fault is all with us.
Fault? What do you complain of?
I didn't come here to complain. I came because I was sent for.
What do you people, in a general way, complain of?
Look around the town and see what wealth is being made here, but not by us. We work for you and piece out a living. Look how we live. Herded and crowded in with no light and no air. Look how the mills is all us working. How they never work us nearer to any distant object, except death. The factory has us when we're children, was to come when you've had all the use out of us. We're to finish in the workhouse where men are set apart from wives, and where the feeding and the labour and every hard minute are meant to punish us. And for what? For nothing except for having nothing. Look how it's all grown, bigger and bigger, harder and harder, from generation to generation.
And how do you people propose that this should be set right?
I don't know. It's for them who put over us to repair it. What do they take upon themselves if not to do it?
I'll tell you something towards it at any rate. We'll make an example of half a dozen slack bridges. We'll have the blackguards indicted for felony and shipped off to a penal colony. Don't tell me we won't, man. I say we will.
Sir, if you were to take 100 slack bridges or 10 times 100 and sew them into sacks and throw them in the deepest ocean there is, you'd leave them muddle untouched. I can't tell you what'll better all this. Can't tell you what'll never do it. The strong hand will never do it. Victory and triumph will never do it. Making one side unnaturally awless and forever right, and the other awless and forever wrong, that'll never do it. And letting things alone will never do it. But most of all, rating people like so much power and regulating them like machinery or figures in a sum as if they're without likes and loves and memories and hopes. Well, that'll never do it. Till God's work is unmade.
Just stop a moment. It's clear to me you're one of those people who's always got a grievance. And you go about sowing it and raising crops. Even your own union, the men who know you best, will have nothing to do with you. Well then, I'll go along with them for a novelty. You best clear out, go elsewhere.
So you know well, if I can't get away with you, I can't get it elsewhere.
What I know. And what you know.
Went to your house, lass. I forgot you'd be here tonight. I need to talk to you.
I heard about the union. I was going to wait for you at the gate tomorrow. We women haven't been instructed, but you know I could never shut my back to you.
No.
Do you feel it bad?
It's not that. I've just seen Mr. Bounderby. He's not Mr. anymore. His work and me have parted. I'll have to go to another town.
Where will you go? When?
I'm to finish the week. Where? I don't know. I'll make it a long journey. It was bound to come to this in the end. It's best I should be away.
But why do you...
You'd be shunned too before long. I can't do that to you.
Are you alone at home?
Yes, I don't know where she is.
I'll come home with you.
We'll take the next opening. God, these people live foul. Pity's a cleaner. You'll remember this night, Lou. We'll try this one. I'll go first.
Will you come in, Mrs. Bounderby? Will you sit down? Sir, if you please.
I've come to speak to you because of what passed between you and my husband earlier today.
Ah, yes.
My brother and I had difficulty finding you. He has told you what has happened. I know of your situation. I understand that if my husband will not employ him, then neither will any other mill owner in Coketown. He said something of a promise not to join the union. Was that made to you?
It was made through me, you might say. I encouraged him into the chapel. It became his strength, but now it's been the breaking of him.
We share a faith. It binds us. Other men take what bits of it suits them. I honor it all, as I understand it. There's no blame on you, lass.
What will you do now?
I'll go to another town far enough away where I'm not known.
Will you take this freely as a gift to help you?
Very kind. I'll not take a gift as much as that from you. But if I may, I'll take two to borrow it and pay it back later.
Do you have enough?
Lou, before we go, I'd like a quiet word with Blackpool. Something's come into my mind. Let's talk outside.
Yes.
You're very young, Mrs. Bounderby. You have a life in front of you. I hope you have it happy, to fit your kindness. Me and Stephen, we're getting old. He's tired enough already. We will take this separation very hard. Some say we should have claimed each other's company much closer, a long time ago. There is a love between us. That other way, that's not ours, you understand? But there is love.
I believe you.
You'll know our fellow Bitzer again, our light porter at the bank. The one who fetched you to Mr. Bounderby's. You will know him again, won't you?
Yes, sir, I'll know him, yes.
Well, look here. When you leave work overnight between now and Saturday, just spend an hour or so in the street near the bank. You just wait about there, do you understand? No need to approach the door. Just wait about where Bitzer can see you, in case he has a note or a message for you. Do you follow?
Yes, sir, I follow you. I don't quite understand.
You just wait about as I say. If I can do you this service, Bitzer will give you the message. You follow?
Yes.
Don't forget now. An hour every night, that'll do.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, Blackpool, that's all.
Louisa?
If I'd stayed, the men would have taken sides before long. I wouldn't want to be the cause of more bad blood among them. Ah, it's a muddle. But I'm lighter of mind than I could have believed.
Heaven be with you.
Heaven thank you and heaven reward you.
And may it bless you in all your wanderings and bring you peace and rest at last.
I'm at peace, Rachel. You've changed me from bad to good. You saved me soul while I'm still alive.
The good is in you, Stephen.
No. Do you remember a time, one of the worst times, when she was half dying, we thought, in my room? Do you remember that night? I wanted her dead. I thought of murder. But I saw you and your goodness there beside the pain and the temptation, and never again will I think or see anything that angers me. But you'll be there beside it. And I thank God for you.
Episode 3 of Hard Times, next Tuesday at 9 o'clock.